Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. I'm so happy to see some of you back already, Dusttown and Malka. I apologize for the short delay. I had to change my insulin pump at the last minute, but that is all set now. So I hope everyone's doing good today. I'm going to be continuing with some creative mode building in Minecraft. I was thinking back on the suggestions that people made last stream about what I should build next. I did kind of tweak and finish up my Hobbit hole a little bit, but I wanted to move on with something that someone else had suggested, which was to build a Deepslate castle. And I love building castles. I wouldn't say I'm the best castle builder out there, but I really have a lot of fun with castles, and I don't think I've ever built anything with Deepslate before. So if you haven't already, please smash the like button, and I'm gonna get right into building and chatting, and we'll see where today takes us. So let's see. And the other thing that actually you'll notice, why did that not load? Oh, there we go. The other thing that you'll notice is that my game looks a little bit different today. So hey Eddie, how are you doing? My game looks a little different today because I've actually applied shaders. So if you actually notice Eddie like stuttering in the video, please let me know. For some reason, looking at my CPU usage, I actually seem to have a better time playing with shaders, but I think because this particular shader pack has, at least the developers have done some work into optimizing the visuals, so I think that might be why I'm actually getting better performance. So you can actually see with these shaders, hey Crafty, how are you doing? You can see with some of the shaders that like I've adjusted them a bit, but obviously like it's still vanilla Minecraft, so things look pretty, you know, Minecrafty. It's not like making it look like an entirely different game. But the water looks so much better. I really enjoy, you know, all of the sort of like reflection effects with shaders. There's some light effects and some sky effects. I don't have like the vanilla Minecraft clouds and stuff, but I wanted to show off my Hobbit hole that I made last stream, just because I think it looks so much nicer with the shader pack. And so yeah, I mean, I kind of went around and like made a little path to my Hobbit hole, just touched up the front a little bit and the top, made it look a little bit neater. With shaders, the lighting is sort of it's a little bit different. So like when you go inside a cave or you know, something that you've built, it slowly gets lighter, kind of in the way your eyes would normally adjust, which is kind of cool. But it is a little bit darker. But yeah, so we've got you know, pretty much everything you saw the last time. I decided that somebody said a back door would have been really great, so I did go and place a door, and I thought it would be nice at some point for me to add a little dock down here. That's super cute. Yeah, thank you. I built this last stream and it was kind of winging it. Like I wasn't planning anything out. I didn't put a lot of, you know, effort into planning it, but it just sort of came together. I thought it was kind of a good first little build. But so what I'm going to be doing today is a Deepslate castle, and as much as I've barely planned the last build, I've put a little bit of time into planning this out. I'm going to sort of have the kind of significant structure of the castle on this side of the river over here. I'm going to have to maybe flatten out some land in some spots. But really all of the prep work I did was just looking at the gradient, because I wanted to see what Deepslate materials I can really work with. Some of the blocks made of Deepslate look a little weird to me, so you'll see, for instance, this is the I believe this is the polished Deepslate, and I'm not a big fan of this because it just looks so different from the other blocks in the set. It doesn't really go well with the others. I might have to use it for like little embellishments here or there, and that doesn't really help when I can't see, so let's clear that rain. So I was playing around with different gradients because, especially if I'm going to do the castle walls out of Deepslate, I want to make sure it looks textured, and that usually means, you know, using a pretty decent gradient. I usually only use 2 or 3 blocks with castle walls, and so I was playing around with a few, and what I ended up doing was this one I really liked a lot. I have the chiseled deep slate, I have the cracked deep slate, and then there's deep slate tiles, and then at the very top I have deep slate bricks. And I'm going from, I sorted these from darkest to lightest, just so that I could see what I want to play around with. Obviously, you don't want to be, going from the chiseled deep slate all the way to the cobbled deep slate up here, because it's too much of a difference. It ends up looking really jarring. You can see that even here, just the dramatic change between the two blocks. So I was kind of a fan of both of these. I think they look pretty good. I might kind of stick with this for the main walls of the castle. So I'm not really 100% sure, how I will do that. I might, play around with it as I go. And then this one, I realized that the transition from the bricks, which are kind of in the deep slate tiles, to the cobbled deep slate, it's just like too dramatic. So if I was to do these, I'd only have 2 blocks, and I don't think that's really looks really that great. So this is kind of the plan for what I'm going with. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to primarily build the walls out of the deep slate tiles, and then I'm going to go in and add the gradient after. But before I do that, I'm going to add my wool, because I always like to plot out everything with wool. Grab a couple different colors so that I can plot out parts of the castle. Popping out, be back in 10, says Eddie. Not a problem. I'll see you in a bit. Okay. So this one, I did actually kind of sketch out something that I wanted to do roughly. I want to have some kind of cool bridge that goes across the river, not low to the river, but a bit high over the river, and do some sort of like more isolated courtyard over here. But that's going to be probably the last thing I do, because I want to get the main castle structure built on this side over here. So I'm going to actually grab a tool just to make sure that I don't screw up the... Drop that. Don't screw up the blocks over here. So how's everyone doing today? It's kind of been a lazy Sunday for me. I was out and about, but mostly just chilling. Hanging out with some family. Still recovering from COVID, but feeling pretty good today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I know I saw that you mentioned that you had COVID. That's awful. I hope you are feeling better and that you continue to feel better. I know some people that's taken forever to recover. Other people bounce back pretty quick. It's just so unpredictable. But I hope you're feeling good. I was starting to worry if, my husband and kid were getting sick or something, because both of them slept super late today, and that always seems to be a sign in my house that we've got some bug going around. Rebecca Gamer, hey! How are you doing? If my child was here, he'd probably be able to tell me how I can do this, or I might actually have to install a mod, but I always forget how I can actually... no, I don't need to change the weather, I just need to set the time. And the weather. This is like a really rainy spot, so I tend to constantly get rain. I think I can actually turn weather off. And I think I'm gonna do that because I don't remember if it's in details. But I don't want the rain to keep popping up. You're all right? You're doing good? Great. I don't know why I can't remember where the weather setting is. Okay, it's not under video. It's got. I know I can do something with weather in my shader packs options. Maybe animations. I don't know. I'll leave it for now. I'm just gonna have to turn the rain off every time it pops up. I had played around with a couple different shaders as well to try to get something that wasn't too heavy on my CPU, but also looked really good on stream. So hopefully this works for now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear off this level because I do kind of want the castle to fit with the terrain. I don't want to make it like totally like jut out of the ground because I feel like that always looks really unnatural. My youngest, now 18, used to play this a lot. He's more into Terraria now. I've heard a lot about that game and I've never actually really looked into it. People have kind of compared it to Minecraft in some ways, but I will have to check that out one of these days, because I also think my kid might like it, from what I've heard. Fill in some holes. Otherwise, that will bother me majorly. All right. So my original thought was to have sort of the gate entrance to the castle over this side. Not 100% sure how I want to actually do that, so I think I'll just start marking out the walls first. My son has been hooked since he found it. This is literally all he played for years now. This was actually, for my son, it was the first like game he really got into. And the reason we originally kind of, I don't want to say exposed him to it, but like introduced him to it was he was little. He was like just kind of starting to get, you know, control of his motor skills, or his fine motor skills, and was still sort of developing those. And we thought, oh, hey, this might be cool. He might, you know, really enjoy, you know, playing with something like Minecraft, because both, you know, my spouse and I really enjoyed it. And he picked it up one day and never put it down since. So that was pretty good. So what I'm just doing right now is I normally don't like to actually just make these straight lines with walls because it just looks really boring. So I usually do groupings of 3, and then I can always make changes after that. And it doesn't really matter to me if I end up going kind of, you know, up high or something like that, because obviously the walls are going to climb. Barbaric Gamer, I loved Minecraft, had a massive fortress on my old world. That's awesome. I always try to save my worlds, and then sometimes I end up losing them when I've switched PCs or things like that, or I just forgot to save them. But I do have actually a world that I have saved that I've been working on sort of like a whole city, and I really don't have a ton done on that. And I was considering building that in there, but I'm saving that for another stream, I think. Crafty, I don't know when my son last played Minecraft. He's hooked on Terraria. Yeah. Yeah, it's I think my kid kind of goes in waves where he's hooked on Minecraft and then he takes a break from it. You still have a picture? Yeah, no, I would absolutely love to see it. I love like Minecraft builds and seeing what people have built. I sit there and watch like just YouTube videos from like there's this one YouTuber Blue Nerd, and then there's Gorillo that they just do builds, and I just love seeing like castles, fortresses, or anything like that. So yeah, absolutely. Send that to me in Discord. I will definitely check it out sometime. I would switch this back to sun, but I actually really like the sound of Minecraft rain. It is so relaxing, but if it is louder than me, let me know. Oh yeah, if you have a video on your channel, either link me to it or I'll go look at it after the stream. Kind of want to make this a bit rectangular, but not perfectly even on both sides. And so over here, I know I'm gonna do kind of a, I don't want to say a, like, this pavilion area with like a higher wall, but audio's good? Awesome. At some point there was a, like an Imager post that had like just a great set of diagrams for making towers and, you know, just for different sizes or different setups and stuff. And I should have really referred to that earlier. I think this is the one I was going for. All right, there we go. I'm gonna add more towers in, but since that's the big one, I just kind of had to plan that out ahead of time. I have also a really cool cave that is right down below me. That can be my creepy dungeon later. Yeah, I always love when I have like cool like land formations or, you know, caves and stuff, because I think of, I mean, like I used to be a big Game of Thrones fan and stuff like that. I think of like, obviously in like the Game of Thrones world, there's like the Red Keep, which has all these like tunnels beneath it and stuff. So that's always cool. That works out. Okay, so I feel like this is a pretty good shape. It's a little oval instead of rectangular. But I'm gonna start with, I think, the walls on the south side, and then I can add in things like gates. I say south side, but the bottom side, what you can see right there. Okay. I just need to leave enough room where I'm anticipating having some kind of bridge. And so I think I'm gonna plan to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly adjust the wall as looking at this. I don't want it to go too more. That for the time being. I'm going 7 high, because I don't want this to be too tall. Because I'm kind of hoping that when you look at this from this angle, there's going to be multiple layers, and obviously the highest layer will be kind of off to the right. Obviously towers will make that kind of difficult to see from the outside, but there should be like a layering effect, I think. And I haven't actually decided what I'm going to do for the inside of the wall, because normally I would make them like 2 or 3 thick so that I could have a path along the top. But I've also built into the walls before, like buildings. So I may end up doing something like that as well. Crafty, are you looking forward to the Rings of Power series? I am. I haven't honestly looked too much into it yet. I don't even know when it's coming out. Like, is that releasing this year, or is that 2023? September 2022. Okay. I might have already seen the trailer for it. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm definitely excited for that, and pretty much any fantasy series coming out, honestly. Because I'm always looking for more shows. Alright, I'm going to turn the weather off for this because I do want to do the gradient so that I don't have to do it all at the end. So I'm gonna... I don't usually do like the whole bottom in the darkest. I try to, you know, make it a little scattered and sporadic. I think that might actually be a little high. Sent them? Okay, I'll definitely check them out after afterwards. Or actually, maybe when I take a break in a little while. I'm excited to see them. You really enjoy fantasy too? Yeah, that's also kind of like why I love games like this. Because I like building stuff that's kind of like, I guess, in that same flavor. Like if I'm gonna build a castle, it's not gonna be, you know, necessarily the most realistic castle, but I might give it some fantasy elements. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of the same for a lot of games that, I don't know, allow you to be creative and build. I just want to do like fantasy type stuff. Hence the Hobbit hole last stream. Okay, so I've got those. I'm going to do some of the cracked Deepslate. Okay, and last one, I'm going to do the Deepslate bricks at the top. And what I might do is I might actually, when I do like the overhang on the wall, I might actually do the Deepslate bricks as well. Or things similar to that. I don't want to do it. So hey, Aki from the Yogs cast. The name rings a bell, but I don't think so. Okay. should be enough for now. I can always tweak later. You know what? Maybe I have seen him. Is he on YouTube? Because I feel like I've heard that name before, and I used to watch a bunch of builders. I'm gonna go back to building on the side. I might actually move this slightly, because I don't actually want to. If we have 3 on that side. Yeah, no, definitely link it. I feel like this is where I kind of messed that up a little bit. And I think I'm gonna actually bring this to about here, because I want to have right here. I want to have one level kind of all the same height. I'll do that. I might also dig down a bit with the rain. Okay, for now I can kind of... He's the reason you got into building in Minecraft. Yeah, definitely link it to me, because I'll check it out, because I think I might have seen his builds. There was a few builders that I used to follow years ago when I first got into Minecraft that I don't even know if they're still like content creators now. It was like, I mean, I guess it was kind of early Minecraft at that point, so it was a little bit before it kind of blew up. Really weird how the rain sound actually goes out when I'm further back. I'm gonna take a quick intermission here and look at the water. See, I love the water. I mean, regardless whether it's the rain or not, but it looks kind of cool. It's a little blurry. I tried out a shader pack the other day, actually, that I was thinking of using while on stream, and it was cool, but it had this sort of heat wave effect, so that when you were in kind of in direct sunlight, it kind of gave you this like ripple effect over the whole screen, and I didn't like that because I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. So I ended up not going with that one. Mainframe, good evening. How are you doing today? Alright. I did that. Let's do cracked bricks. Shouldn't say cracked bricks, I'm doing cracked tile. Over here I feel like I need to actually fill this in a bit because I need to get a little bit more out of the land here. Hi. So my idea for over here is that the bridge that I want to eventually go across over here is actually going to start on top of this. So I kind of want to make this like a whole layer that I can, I don't know, put tunnels or, you know, passageways and stuff underneath. So what I am going to do... I'm not going to go straight across because I feel like that might end up expanding it beyond that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick a floor tile that I want to be on top of the wall. And I'm thinking I want to go with just regular stone bricks of some kind. I do want to use blackstone at some point because Blackstone and Deepslate go really well together, but I don't think that this is going to be the place for it. So I'm going to go with the stone bricks. I'm good mainframe. I'm doing pretty good. I'm enjoying building. It is pretty chill. Like everything I'm going to... Actually, let's see. I am going to alternate and make somewhat of a gradient on the actual floor, but I'm going to first build it all in stone brick. So this is just the top of the wall, so I'm going to actually just bring this out. Then I can fill it in. My hope, honestly, with the castle is I want to try to get, I guess, all of the major walls done today and maybe like a tower. The main keep, I don't think I will complete fully. Definitely not today. But I want to do that because I kind of hope to get several streams out of this one castle so I can really add a lot of the details, or at least a few streams. and I haven't scheduled it yet, but my plan is I'm going to be playing Stray on Tuesday because Stray launches on Tuesday. Ideally, I want to do it in line with the tentative stream schedule that I've actually put in my description and in my bio on YouTube. But I'm planning to do that on Tuesday when it launches, ideally in the afternoon. And we'll see how that goes. But then Stray's probably got about 8 hours of gameplay, supposedly. So that's not going to last me for too many streams. And I figure I'll alternate. Because I've also read that Stray is, it's 8 hours of gameplay if you're just kind of doing a casual playthrough, but if you're trying to get achievements and collectibles in the game, it could be longer. Oh, I love those gorgeous shadows and the light. It looks so nice. And if anybody doesn't actually know what Stray is, it's basically a kind of, I guess, like mystery puzzle game, sort of adventure game. A lot of people have been looking at it and saying, oh, it's a cat simulator because you do play as a cat, but it is not in fact a cat sim. You can't, from what I understand from actually just kind of reading stuff earlier today, you can't customize the cat because it's a specific adventure for this specific cat that you play as. But I think it's going to be really awesome. And supposedly some testers have kind of done some early reviews and have talked about how interesting the storyline is. So I'll play that on stream and hopefully that'll be good fun. Oh, Crafty, yeah, Stray. It's on Steam. It's actually a PlayStation exclusive, so it's only coming out for PlayStation as far as consoles go, and then it's on PC. My biggest concern is I hope it's not a, you know, like console first game where it just really plays better on console and it just feels like they've released it on PC, but it's better to play with a controller. Like, I hope it actually feels pretty intuitive and fun on PC. It looks good, so we'll see what happens when it actually releases, which technically it's supposed to release on the 19th, so that is Tuesday, which is when I'm planning to play it. As long as my PC can handle it, which I don't think should be an issue, I will give it a shot. You only have Xbox and PC, middle child has PlayStation. Well, at least kind of, I guess if like between all of you, you have different systems. If you, I don't know if you do any like system borrowing or trading at any point. I was doing that with my Nintendo Switch for a while, or my kid's Nintendo Switch until I got my own, but. I realized I totally went past where I was. No, that wasn't where. Okay, I can do one more layer here. You might be able to stop by Tuesday for a little while. Yeah, no, definitely stop by if you can. Obviously, I will post the stream afterwards as well, so hopefully it'll be interesting. You know, I have obviously some concerns about it just because of the... There's a couple things that came out recently that I was a little unsure about. For instance, like playing as the cat, you can't just kind of jump anywhere. You have to press a button when you get to a ledge to either jump up or down, which feels very console-ish. So that's kind of what I was saying before. But I'm hoping it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch. And Yeah, so if you can definitely make it, that would be great. Okay. So I'm going to do another layer on this outside of this wall to kind of make it look a little bit cooler. Add some texture, some embellishments to the side. Don't know unless you try, right? Yeah, exactly. I haven't played a game like that in a long time as well, because I mostly play like survival games now, or you know, games like Minecraft or The Sims, stuff like that. So I haven't done like a single player only or puzzle game of this nature in a while, so it's going to be pretty cool. So I have some ideas about this side that I'm actually kind of rethinking how I've done the placement. And so I think I'm actually going to... Let's get some wool out again. This is where I had that piece there. So I have thoughts about kind of creating this structure that sort of is built right into the side, so it's not just a regular wall. And I just want to get the height of it. Something I always notice, like in castles, like in fantasy shows or stuff, that like, I don't know, I always feel like when you have like a chapel or something like within a keep, it ends up being almost like, you know, very like typical church style, like you have like the one spire or something, and a larger like temple like structure. But I kind of want to do something a little different here. That should be good. And then from here, I'd like to see probably the wall come up to about there. I think that should look cool. I don't know why I play so many multiplayer, since I'm hesitant to play with others. Just hard to find people I connect with, to be honest. Very excited to watch the process. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of that way with multiplayer. Like I've found people to play with, and that I really have a fun time with now. But I think naturally, like with even multiplayer games, I end up playing solo a lot. But sometimes it's nice to just play games like that around people, even if you're not playing with other people. Because it just makes things feel so much more unpredictable, at least in my mind. Like that's kind of why I like it, whether I'm playing solo or not. That I'm gonna build with that. That's at least something that I kind of just get out of it. You said, I think I'm starting to find people gradually. That's great, though. It definitely takes time. For me, I actually like games like Scum, which I play. I originally played with people who bought it for me, because there was a reason, obviously, they bought it for me. They thought I would like it and that we could all play together. But they kind of lose interest in it occasionally, and then I'll lose interest in it, and we kind of go through cycles. But then I also play with like Ray and the others, and so sometimes I've like just in the past just cycled through like playing with different groups, because you know, people, real life happens and people move on to different games and stuff. But it's always interesting to compare like different groups that I've played with. Like, their different play styles are really interesting to see. I'm not loving the way that the wall goes together here. But what I'd like to do is I'll probably have a wall come across this way at some point. So I'll have sort of like roads and stairs and houses at different levels. Not houses, but buildings at different levels in between. Alright, so there. Not gonna lie, watching you is making me want to go back into the world. I feel like watching Minecraft, though, like, honestly, like, when I sit down and finally watch it after a long time, if I haven't played it in a while, it does that. It has that effect. But if I can, you know, encourage anyone else's Minecraft addiction, I don't know what to tell you. Oh gosh, that scared me. These guys show up. Random. Rickett used to watch me all the time before I was on YouTube. That's awesome. I still think we need to get him into Minecraft. Like, he said that he's you know, he watches it, but has never really got into playing it. And I'm like, that's my next goal. I want to get him to play it at some point. I was thinking about all these like zombie apocalypse mods that I've seen, or there's not many, but there's one I've seen that it's sort of like, it is a zombie apocalypse mod that essentially like changes like the damage done by zombies and the number of zombies, like, you know, every so many days, until like the apocalypse is in full swing or something like that. Something like that, I feel like, because then it sort of makes Minecraft almost a little bit more like Scum. I'm not gonna lie, I'm also somewhat considering running like a man-made river through here. Or like making this like a sewer exit. Let's do it. I know, we need to do it. We gotta get him in Minecraft. I hate the sounds that the wandering trader makes. It's so weird, and it's so annoying. Him drinking his invisibility potion over there. Yeah, he's invisible right now. You can set up a server. I actually have, well, I have a private Minecraft server that is sort of still, I mean, it works, but we're trying to add more servers to our actual server that we have, and like so I can have a couple Minecraft servers, one for streaming and one for it's sort of like our family Minecraft server, but I have a couple people on there that I was thinking of opening it up. But I usually don't mod that one because it ends up just kind of being our like family vanilla Minecraft world. I think this is the highest that any of this is gonna go. I think, yeah, if I make the main gate over here, it should be fine. Because I suppose if I do a main gate over here, then I can kind of have a path sort of wind over here, have some kind of drawbridge that goes over this, like, ravine. Which, by the way, I haven't... Let's clear the weather. Just to show off this little cave that we've got going on in here. It goes, and actually with the light, that looks amazing. It goes pretty far down. I love those since the Caves and Cliffs update, just the way that caves generate. Because there's so many different types of caves. I just want to light this up a little so I can see it better. Really dark. What do you know? Is this a Deepslate cave? It is. Like, this is just crazy how, like, unique each cave is. How deep they go. I also have it set to peaceful, so I don't have to worry about anything jumping out at me. Like, this is nuts. And it probably goes in a million different directions. I don't want to get lost right now. Like, they just go so deep. My favorite, though, is there's the, like, I don't remember what they're called, but they're the mossy caves. If it's probably actually the name of them. And they have the flowers that, like, set off those spores and stuff. Like, those are so cool. Gonna be the last one on this side before I'm gonna map out the gate, just so I forget to do that. So let's 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Usually I like to make these odd numbered. I think that should be fine. What I may end up doing, and I don't know if this is something I would end up doing on stream because it's just not, realistically, it's not what, it's not going to be pretty. But I used to be able to make a really cool redstone portcullis, but I don't know if the redstone works for this version of Minecraft because I used to do that back in, like, I can't even remember the version, but we're talking like probably like 6 years ago or something like that. So I might need to update it. Fortunately, I have a child who's actually better at redstone than I am. There's a certain point where, like, you introduce a kid to a game like Minecraft and they're little, so you're like, oh, this is so cute, all the things they build, and then they just get better than you at all of it. And you know, in my case, they're rushing down to you after your stream to tell you that you did this, 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 and this wrong, which is my life. But what that also means is that I can go to him pretty much at any time and say, this is what I want to make with redstone. What do I need to do to make it? I have some pretty neat ideas for how I want to gradient the tower a little bit differently than what I'm going to do with the rest of the walls. But I'm going to have to wait and see once I finish with the walls. I'll do those first. Same height? Yeah, that's the same height. Groupon! Hey, how are you doing? If I have time at the end of the stream as well, I will absolutely show off the city world that I have set up, the one that I'm building an actual city in. I basically just have kind of some of the dock area set up, but that particular city is completely plotted out. Like I've color coded all of the things, because what I'm kind of doing with that one is I'm building it so that I can make it kind of like the base for a server world and make the city itself the world spawn eventually. And depending if people are enjoying the Minecraft streams, and if I keep doing this for a while, what I may consider doing is just, you know, putting together a like Minecraft server that everybody can play on. I think I may be able to self-host it on our networking equipment, but I'm not 100% sure. Or on our server equipment. I say our, really I mean my husband's, because he's the one who handles all that stuff. Rupana, I'm all good. How is yourself? I'm good today. I'm enjoying building. I'm relaxing. And just generally hanging out. I think what I can do here is get around how I could turn that one up by... I want it to go like that. Actually, I just realized as I'm doing this that what I'm gonna do, I need to actually take this down here. And these are all gonna be slightly adjusted when I start building the interior, but for now. That I can adjust slightly later. Okay, so these all have to be gradiented. Gradiented? I don't really think that's a word. Kind of made that up. All right, so you're kind of in my way. For these, I'll have to kind of spread out the gradient a bit more to make it look a little bit more gradual, because I have a lot more space to work with. I feel like I sometimes default to Tetris pieces with the bottom here, and I gotta try not to do that so it doesn't all look the same. I feel like this is way too much in front of my face. There we go. Right from now, no, let me do this side. I really care more about how this looks from the outside, just because the inside's going to be covered over with probably buildings and other walls, so that's not a big deal. Now let's do the cracked tiles. I don't know why I'm starting here. I should probably start at least in a spot that I can remember. If this guy's stuck or he just likes this one spot. over to the... I'm gonna delete those kind of gradient swatches that I made because I don't really need those anymore. I feel like I'm also using a new mouse today because the mouse wheel on my old mouse, which was actually my husband's old mouse, it wasn't even mine because mine broke. The mouse wheel on that one was completely messed up. It was just like not fully clicking down anymore when you try to click something with the middle mouse wheel. So I ended up getting myself another one yesterday at the I don't even remember which one this is. It's the Razer something V3. I'm blanking on the actual name of it, but I am still getting used to the sensitivity with this mouse. See, this is why I need to search how to turn off weather with this shader pack or something like that, because it's annoying after a while. And for the last one, stone bricks, or the Deepslate bricks. Okay. Over here, I'm just going to... There we go. I feel like this is the most boring part to watch. Just doing the wall gradient. Honestly, the most boring part to do. It's a little bit harder with Deepslate because, I find there's just not enough in the same kind of category of Deepslate to really do a proper gradient, and having these stone bricks, it is really noticeable. It sticks out a lot. I'm not loving it. I just realized I don't think I didn't do the cracked Deepslate over on this side yet. It's like watching an artist working on her masterpiece. I hope this comes out good. I don't know about a masterpiece, but I have high hopes always for castles. I have a friend who does castles way better than I do, but he plans his so well. And I'm a little bit all over the place. Alright, so I missed this side with the cracked deep slate. I could aim the mouse, that would be great. That's cool, thank you. Just realized where I did this one, that extra wide. I might move that inward. So far I think that the outside looks good. The texture is not too profound, so it kind of looks a little bland, I think, but I'm gonna do a lot more when it comes to kind of styling, I think, the top of these and adding some other pieces to give it some more dimension. Okay. So next I could either do the main gate. I can work on the tower, and I think I kind of want to do that. I can also add the flooring or the stone brick for the rest of this, but I'm going to kind of work inward a little bit with that. So I think for now I'm going to actually do the tower, or the bigger tower. It's not really, I guess this width isn't going to be the actual tower itself. This is just going to take this a little bit higher up, and then we'll have a tower on top of it. So to do that, I said that I wanted to do something a little bit different with this. And so I'm going to use, I think, I'm not going to use the chiseled deep slate, and I'm not going to use the polished deep slate. I will use the deep slate bricks. And I'm going to use the cracked deep slate bricks. And I'm going to use the deep slate and the cobbled deep slate, I think. And we'll see how that goes. I might end up doing something slightly different if I don't like how it comes out. I'm gonna actually start with the bricks themselves. I don't know how much this is actually going to be exposed, but we'll see. From the inside, at least. So it doesn't really matter, I guess, how far down I go. I think I just said I'm not going to use the deep slate tile, but I think actually I want to tie it in more to the wall itself. So I will try to incorporate at least one of them. Recall, I think the transition between these two is pretty dramatic. Same with that one. But we'll see kind of how it goes. So I want to see what it looks like this. Actually, I'm wondering if I do this on these ends. That's gonna get it a little, give it a little bit of extra depth. We'll see how far this takes us. Dusttown raid. Goodness. Mainframe, Saxon Viking. How are you guys doing? Dust! How are you guys doing tonight? I actually didn't check to see. Dust, are you playing The Witcher? Hey, Gertie. Dust mites. Like, I feel like that works, but, like, I don't know. Dust mites, like, that's kind of usually a bad thing, right? Like, people are allergic to dust mites. Usually. I don't know. I guess it's good in this context. Oh, good, Gary. How are you, girl? I'm doing great. I am building in Minecraft, which is one of my favorite things to do. And I'm just hanging out with everybody. That or dust bunnies. See, I like dust bunnies. That's... I guess those would be the only two options. I can't think of anything else. Hope you're doing well. I am doing good. I hope you're well too. Hey, Yogurt. The dust bunnies are here. Escape the mind. How are you doing? Okay, so like you could do dust bunnies or dust mites, but what about dust hounds? I guess that just means like dust hound plural though. Hey, Parmy. Gosh, there's so many of you in here. Thank you guys for stopping by and hitting the like button. And if you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. I really appreciate it. All right, so this, it'll look a little bit different over here. I'm gonna build this up a little bit higher because, again, I want to go for layers, lots of layers. Ray Kit, how are you doing? That needs to not look so weird there. Hey again, Malka. Gertrude, but that would imply that there's more than one dust hound. True, and there is not more than one dust hound. Oh wait, this is part of this one. Okay. There is one and only dust hound. Oh, thank you, Malka. Maybe one more level. Reika, me and Barbaric Gamer were talking about you before that we need to get you playing some Minecraft. So for those of you who are just jumping in, I've been working on a castle this stream, and I just finished kind of laying out the the outer walls a bit. There's obviously going to be walls inside and kind of different levels. But right now I've just sort of laid these out. There's also going to be something across the river. I'll have a bridge go to that. And then now I am just working on this corner and adding the gradient and doing all of that fun stuff. Jemmy, I just hung out with him today. I got us lunch, had a good day. It was nice. Oh, great. Yeah, you know what? I think I remember you mentioning that you were doing that today. I hope you guys had a fun time. You've gotten to hang out with a bunch of people today. Where is the PvP-ness? I mean, there's really none of that in my creative build streams. I feel like if I did like an on-server survival stream, I could get into some of that. I'm not big on PvP in Minecraft though, unless we're talking something like Bed Wars, which is kind of like a whole game mode all on its own. Okay, so let me do a little bit of texturing here. Naughty wink for Malka. What did Malka do? What? You'd think I'd be somewhere in the Pacific Northwest with how much it rains in this game. Actually, for those of my UK friends that are here right now, how are you enduring the heat? Or has that heat wave not really started yet? Because I was looking at temperatures. I mean, we're getting some heat this week, but not nearly as bad as all of you are. Read up, Gramelkin. Wait, what did I miss? Love your stream, love your stream. I see all of the love your stream spam, which I love. Channeling my inner Jan? I don't think I understand. I missed something. It's okay. I feel like this is like the one level up here that I end up putting way too much of the cracked on, and then it looks like a line across the whole thing. Please, can I have a naughty corner in your majestic castle? Oh my gosh. Malka, of course you can have a naughty corner in my majestic castle. You are always welcome to your own naughty corner anytime. This, I mean, in theory, this could be the naughty corner. This whole section over here. Don't worry, we'll find you a spot. I will build one in. I'll put a sign up even. mainframe. Malka wants her own sex dungeon. Malka, I'd love that. I mean, you know, there's going to be a lot of empty space in this castle when I finish the actual structure of it, so you can come in and architect your own whatever you want. Good evening, Miss Gary. How's things? Just got back from Manchester. It's so hot here. Oh no! I was just asking about the heat. Also, Miss Gary, that sounds so strange. All right. Okay, so I have this level done. I'm gonna actually put in stone flooring. Plus, once I actually get, like, I don't know, the kind of exterior and everything done, I can plan out the interior buildings and everything, and actually, you know, next time I'll look like I know what I'm doing. But yeah, how are you, Rogue, aside from it being, like, super hot? Was your drive back from Manchester lovely? My alerts should be working. Why? I actually haven't had an alert go off. So it's possible that they aren't working. Let me check in 1 second. Okay, let's see. That should have just done a test alert. So I think that they're working. It seems like they're working fine. Unless somebody has subscribed and it didn't show an alert, which if that's the case, please let me know. Hey, look, Katrina. How are you doing? Let's see. I'm totally not caught up on chat. It's so hot. It's 21:40. Oh, okay. I was like, military time. What's going on? What's going on here? And it's 28 Celsius, going to be 42 for the next 2 days. So I know 42 is like around like 105-ish, maybe 110. No, it has to be like 105-ish Celsius or Fahrenheit. But when you say 28, like I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm one of those Fahrenheit people, but I'm trying to learn how to like quickly remember conversion. Stream is running like Fire Girl. That's actually really awesome. So, oh, Ray Kit, thank you for the donation. That was so sweet of you. Did you do that just to test the alert? I know my test alert worked, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I'm obviously a bunch of you just joined the shaders that I applied to my Minecraft game. I've been tweaking them, playing around with them. It looks gorgeous, and somehow they have taken a load off the CPU, so my game is not eating up as many resources. It's moving, it's working a lot better. I was a little bit nervous that it was going to make it worse, but so far so good. The other thing is that obviously I now have faster internet, significantly faster internet, so I hope the 1080p looks fairly decent as well. Thank you, Ray. La Katrina, a bit sick, but wanted to drop by to say hey and wish you all a lovely stream. Thank you so much for stopping by, La Katrina. I'm so glad to see you. I hope you feel better. Seems like this, stuff's going around. A few people have been in here saying that they're sick today. Stream is super smooth. Oh, that's great. Smooth like butter. All right. So let's see. So I've built this up here. I can start doing some of the interior walls, and then I can sort of build up to them with buildings and stairways and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go back to building with the tile as I do this on the inside. And I'm gonna just actually map out with wool before I go and do this so that that I can plot out how I'm gonna do this. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by, and thank you for hitting the like button and chatting and all of those wonderful things. You guys are great. Rogue Otter sorting through some stuff out. Just walk through the door, but I'll be back. All right, no problem. I will see you in a bit. Oh, even that moonrise looks amazing. So like the light streams I did turn down for the moon, but like that looks gorgeous. La Katrina, I will be better, so have a great time all. You too, La Katrina, feel better. I'll see you soon. I just got another alert, Rick. I don't know if that was the exact same alert for the donation or if it's giving me double alerts. Yeah, so you can sort of see the way that the moonlight works. It's really pretty with the shaders on. Like this feels like proper like Werewolf in London, like kind of noir horror lighting right here. That was a double donation on purpose or by accident? Well, thank you regardless. Can you let me know, Rakit, does when you thank you so much. When you donated, did it say Grimalkin? Like, did it show you Grimalkin or did it say my name? You're sweet. Thank you so much. I think so, yeah, Grimalkin. Okay, that's fine. I was playing around with Streamlabs. I decided to set up a different PayPal with my Grimalkin branding and such, obviously for privacy reasons and all that, but again, thank you so much. Wolfinator, hello. How are you doing tonight, Wolfinator? All right, so we've already established that I may actually end up using this sort of narrow gully here as sort of like a sewer system, because there is this gorgeous cave down here, and it just seems like the natural direction of things. Just gonna fill this in. It may not honestly be visible if I have roads and stairwells and all sorts of things, but we'll see where it goes. You're doing good? That's great. Thank you for stopping by the stream. I love seeing all of you here. And also those of you who have been sticking around and putting up with the most boring part of the build. Now we're hopefully going to get into some of the better stuff shortly. And what I will do is I'm actually going to what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this here because I want to remind myself that I think what I want to do with that is I do want to have sort of like an upper tier that kind of starts, you know, that is like up this level, but I also want to have something that is kind of that leads into, you know, the sewers and stuff like that. So that's probably going to be where I do that. Plus it kind of makes sense for the different shaped wall piece. I want to at least get this part done because I do... Okay, well that's annoying. Why it caught stone on fire? That doesn't really make sense, but whatever. I always know that like it would make a lot more sense for me to build like more into a landscape, like actually build into the hills and stuff so I don't have to build up so much. But I don't know. I feel like it's gonna look really cool in the tiers that I'm doing. So like like I said, when you're looking from this direction, there'll be different levels, layers. That should all look really awesome. So something actually, and I realized I asked this last time, I hadn't really thought about it since. Would you all prefer if I had the Minecraft music playing? I'd probably keep it pretty low, just so it's not too loud. Or do you like just the natural rain or no sound at all, or no music at all? Yeah, mainframe, I know it's my stream, but I mean, I'm kind of cool because, like, I love the sound of rain. So, like, when it rains in game, like, that's very relaxing to me. And I kind of want, you know, my stream to be relaxing and chill. But, I could also listen to the music as well. So if anybody would like me to give that a shot or would like to hear the music, please shout it out. Then rain it is. All right. I am such a lover of rain that, like, I listen to rain pretty much when I need to get anything done. So I listen to rain sounds. There's, like, websites like Rainy Mood, and there's also this website called Rainbow Hunt that you can adjust, like, the puddle splashing and the thunder and everything like that. And then there's also something called Dephonic that is, like, way more detailed. There's so many, like, sliders for things. Ugh. I could listen to rain all day. Okay, so we've got this level. Keep that there. I'm gonna have some other stairs and other stuff kind of pop out over here. But I think that looks pretty cool so far. So I think what I want to do is I want to do the, like, the edges and start playing with that a little bit before I continue and make another layer. I just have to get rid of this section. And so I think I'm going to do that. It's almost the top of the hour here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break to refill my drink. And then I'm going to come back and I will work on kind of the edge on the whole outside and work my way around and do some more gradienting if I need to. So yeah, I will be back probably like 5 minutes. Obviously, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in a few. All right, I am back. I need to figure out how I'm going to do this. I realize I missed a couple comments in there, but Wolfinator, come to the UK, all we ever get is rain. I have heard that, and I like that. That sounds really, really nice. We get rain from time to time where I am, but I would love if we got more rain than we do. Because I could just sit in the rain, listen to the rain all day. All right. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to look for some more Deepslate, but I also want to consider using, just gonna this. I want to look at the Deepslate, but I also want to look at the Blackstone because I want to give it a little bit more contrast. The Deepslate bricks will look pretty cool. The Deepslate tile stairs, Deepslate brick wall, and then the tile wall. Back the bricks, those are the top. And I don't know for sure if I'm going to actually need these, but I will throw these in here and see what we have as far as Blackstone goes. And before I actually start building on the wall, I'm going to just test one and play around with it and see how that looks. So there is the polished Blackstone brick, and that could actually look pretty cool. So let's see if I could just do this on the front face over here. So wondering if that's like noticeable. It definitely is darker. I feel like I could have actually worked with this on the bottom of each wall of the gradient. Do that. I've got the cracked stone bricks. Got that. So sometimes what I like to do is I like to just do like the upside down stairs. And that might look kind of cool, but I think bring this up just a little bit. So and again, I could add cracked bricks later if I want to. I'm thinking this might actually look really good to work with Blackstone a bit more instead of the Deepslate for the trim. I'm just calling it trim, and I know that there's a name for this part of like a castle wall. But this is what we've got for right now. Just how that looks. So what I will do, add something there. So that does look a little nice. Stands out a little bit. Now, because these are in pieces of 3, I can either do something kind of in the middle right there, or I can do 2, but whatever side it's attached to is going to look slightly different. That's just going to get really dark, isn't it? So I'm thinking I will do something in the middle. In case if this won't add anything. There. So what I'll probably do actually is, because those corners, I can't. I'll do that. See, I feel like if I were to do this, that looks cool. So maybe I will do that, and I'll put some on top of there. I do kind of a whole thing, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it comes out. Okay. Now on the top, what I usually do is, like, I would use something similar, but maybe just and this I might entirely destroy if I don't like how it looks, but it's all really an experiment. I just have to. Yeah, not really a fan of those. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of that. What I may do is I'll just use more slabs to give that a different appearance. Well, I also have the pressure plate, and the pressure plate might look kind of cool. Blackstone button. Okay, that looks kind of cool. I like doing that. Okay, and so the idea for that is that might make that look a little bit better. I may also need to just go with something that really dramatically contrasts the outside. Do the stone brick stairs. I just generally like to have a lot of I don't know, that sort of like layering look. Speaking of which, Barbaric Gamer, if you are still here, I briefly looked at the thumbnails in the videos you sent me, and your fortress looks amazing, and I'm gonna watch that after when I'm eating my dinner, because I definitely want to check that out. What I like about this, and I might need to tweak the lighting on the shaders and stuff, but what I do like about this is that I like the light in the dark. I don't like it to be all completely dark, because then that just, it kind of gets to be too much. I thought I had seen one that was off. But I really like how that's coming out. And I mean, Deepslate is like the majority of what I'm using as a building material, but I do think that this ends up being a lot better when I play around with different materials. All right, so I've done this level, and I had talked before about like this building that I'm planning on making here. And so like before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up higher. So what I will do is I'm just going to bring this to the top. And I didn't do the gradient on these interior walls, but I don't think I'm going to spend as much time on that, because a lot of that is going to get covered up. Or parts of it will, and so really it's only the top part. Rogue Otter, you are back. Welcome back. How are you doing this evening? Aside from, you know, returning from your travels and unpacking and doing all the things that people do when they've just returned home. I think what I'm at here is keep this the same level. You're hot. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be sweltering this week over there. Lana's doing craft things. I want to see what Lana is making. I mean, obviously I can't see at this very moment, but this is what I want to see. Chilling next to a window. Ugh. I honestly cannot imagine. I was having this conversation with my mother today, specifically because she knows that I have like a fly in here. She knows that I have, you know, like friends in the UK, and I was just kind of like, you know, yeah, like central air, like just built into the house is so it's so much more common here. And she was like shocked. She could not fathom living without that now. I mean, when I was growing up, we had the window air cons, but the window units, but I think, like, you know, I was talking to you and Lana the other day that it's more of that, like, you're not equipped, right? Like, so that's what makes this like more severe. Although we're not getting that much, the heat isn't that bad this year, but we are currently under a bunch of like drought warnings, and we're supposed to conserve water, which is kind of rare for my area. I'll get her to send you pictures. She's making presents for her kids to give them on their last day. Her school is one of the only ones not shutting down due to heat. That's ridiculous still. Like, I'm astounded that that's happening right now. I'm only doing this a little bit because this building that I'm gonna kind of build in over here, I want to kind of do this like ramp stairway thing I think this is the one that I said I was going to do downward, though. But I'm not sure. I think that'll go up. Yeah, heat has been that bad here either. Or hasn't been that bad. Yeah, like, I feel like it's not too bad this year. But I also am inside all the time. So I feel like that's easy for me to say. Like, I don't go outside that much. And I really probably should. GST, you're ridiculous. Why? Why am I ridiculous? Is it because I'm saying the heat isn't that bad? Quit Minecraft and play overarching with me? What? You're in West Virginia. Yeah, I'm in Connecticut, so I feel like I shouldn't complain, at least when it comes to heat. I mean, it does get hot, but... You know what? I'm going to stop talking about heat, though, because I feel like everybody that's currently suffering from the heat is probably not going to appreciate it. As far as the stairs that I'm going to build over here, I just got this kind of idea from kind of thinking of Skyrim. Overwatch? Wait, GST, why are you playing Overwatch? You never play Overwatch. Rain and thunder looks so nice right now. Yeah. Okay, let's just think about rain, cool weather, wind, the breeze, ice cubes, snow, polar bears, all of that. Overwatch is fun, but like I'm in the middle of Minecraft. I'm on a stream right now. Kind of cutting this down so that I can do the walls on here, and this is going to kind of curve, and then this sort of central area is going to be a little bit lower than up here, so I guess this is going to be higher, the center will be lower, and then we're going to move uphill again over here. Diamond Dagger, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Alright, so I don't want to actually get away with this too much longer where I'm not building this out because that's gonna get annoying. So I'm gonna do the stone brick stairs. The benefit of actually having this big, like the gaps underneath, is that I can really do some fun stuff with the walls and building like buildings into the walls. Do some underground stuff. And like I plan to fully furnish this because I want it to look good. I want to be able to fly through it and it feel very realistic. But GST, I will absolutely play Minecraft with you someday. So I think I'm gonna do this here. Go up to this level. Where I'm going to bring it down. GST, if you're still watching, if you're playing Overwatch, did you know that Overwatch 2 is coming out October 4th? And it is going to be free to play, which is exciting. I hope to is at the end of the stream. I did want to show everybody the city that I'm building, because I think that I think it's pretty cool. But also, I would like to eventually stream as I'm working on it, and the more I think about it, the more I'm like excited to show it off and stream it, because that one I put a lot of planning into. So I kind of want to. I definitely want. Spend more time on it, and honestly, like playing on stream, it kind of forces me to work on projects that I've had sitting around for a while. I'm not 100% sure where this is going to go yet, so what I was saying before, that I was thinking of Skyrim. If you play Skyrim, the city of Windhelm, I was just thinking about the ways that a lot of the the city streets and stuff kind of go up and down in different directions, and I kind of want to do that. I might do that on that side as well. I think that'll look pretty cool. Renegade, dropping in for a like. Have a good one, lady. Hey, nice to see you. Thank you for the like. Right. So, kind of like where this is, I think I want to go down a little bit lower when I go this way. I just also want to make sure that I'm leaving enough space for the buildings that I want to add in here. And obviously the ones that are lower down, I can build into the walls because I have all of this space underneath, obviously, like even over here. There's a lot of room to work with. And then I can build like totally like awesome tunnel systems after the fact. This is sort of the corner that I kind of want to make the keep, but now that I'm doing this, I'm wondering if... Actually, I'll take this back a little bit. What I would like to remind myself of is that I'm... Okay, so this is... 7, 8, 9. Perfect, I did this... I did odd number. Alright. These 3 in the center. Ironically, this is going to be... Alright, we're going to brighten this up a bit. Oh no, I only did that in 2s. Okay. What did you say? That you were going to quit Minecraft to play Overwatch? I'm not going to quit Minecraft to play Overwatch. I said I'd play Overwatch with you sometime. I just realized that there's also like a little crevice here. And I wonder if it actually goes down really far. Like weird because I thought I could see. There is a cow in there. What's going on over here? Alright. Who fell in? Oh! You poor cow! See, this is where, like, if I was building on my own and not streaming, like, I'm gonna get lost all the way down here and, stuck. Because I can't help but just search. Sorry, buddy. I kind of feel bad leaving him down here. Whatever. And I'm sort of doing this, like, I'm putting these walls here, but I don't think they'll stay because I want to kind of branch off with, like, other stairwells. And this is going to take down to grass level. So I'm thinking I'm going to fill in up to grass level when I get to this so that I could do dirt roads. Because assuming at this bottom part somewhere I will have like a stables off to the side or something like that. And that will go straight up to the main entrance gate. I normally would like fill in literally every hole, but I'm gonna just be quick about it because I don't want it to care that much how much I fill in now. I'm not entirely ignoring the fact that I'm sealing a cow into here, but the other option is to kill him, and I'm just gonna smooth this out right now. So I'll probably fill in all of this as well, just to make that a little bit more even. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to build some archways into here and actually build a stable underneath the underneath that wall. Rogue Otter, is there a moat? I want a moat. There is not an actual moat. There's a river that there will be. So a really poor illustration. Let's see if I can show this. It's probably backwards because I'm in camera. Can you see that? Can you all see that? No. It's really it's a really crude drawing. It's like very like, and I mean crude as in like simple, not crude as in like inappropriate. But I'm planning to do sort of a almost like a secondary gate with a bridge that will take you across the water to another extension of the castle that will have a really pretty courtyard and lake, right? So yeah, that's gonna happen. and a redstone activated drawbridge. Okay, I'm probably not equipped to do a redstone activated drawbridge. I will research it, but I will do a redstone activated portcullis. And I will try to refresh my memory on it, test it out, and then I will do that on stream. But redstone and me don't mix very well usually, so we'll see how that goes. But I cannot guarantee a moat. I mean, I suppose I could like dig out more of this river. But like we have other cool things that aren't a moat, right? Like there's gonna be a sewer drain that goes down here and like spills into the cave. Right? Moat or sewers? Sewers are important, right? Otherwise your people get like diseased because like, you know, there's no way to get rid of waste from the castle. I didn't ask what you're good at. I told you what I wanted. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what you get. Okay. So I think we got that there. I've come down to this level. I'm gonna bring these walls all the way down. Are you laughing at me misplacing the blocks? Three times you missed. I absolutely do that because I just click really fast, and if I don't make it, then that's it. I was saying earlier before you got here, I'm adjusting to my new mouse and playing around with sensitivity and stuff to figure out what, because it just feels different. Like clicking, the actual mouse button clicks, it's a lot more sensitive than my old mouse. So I think on this side it's going to stay low like this, but I need to start building upward over here. And I don't know if actually I need to even build upward and do like those different layers, because I'm going to be building the actual like residence quarters and stuff like that over here. So we'll see how that goes. Down here I'll at least bring this down one level. And I didn't think I would actually have time today, but I may end up starting. I would like to go around and do the detailing on the outside castle walls all around that I started on the other side, but you know, Grandma, I feel you. That sounds like that sucks. Or could potentially be weird. Or feel weird. fix my day coming in so quick. I mean, in actuality, I should be quicker because I know that you can like tab up or whatever to, oh, that's a bit of a drop. That's where we throw traders, right? There's gotta be like a pit to just toss people into. I feel like it's like, if I just do arrow up, okay, yeah, I could do arrow up and just, I type pretty fast, to be fair. I'm a pretty fast typer. So you have to click with confidence, even if you're going to misclick. That's actually more important. Stick people in there. This is Sparta style. Yeah, right? Like, that's what the hole's for. Yeah, we can do something like that. Okay, let me bring this up. See, this is what I don't understand. Stone should not catch on fire. So many other things. I think I'm gonna actually... Just putting this here. Placeholder. I feel like, though, I haven't built a castle in so long, I need to start using better castle terminology. Instead of, like, the thingy or the trim. Like, I know these things have actual words, and I used to know them, but I feel like a bit out of practice. Or just a bit, like, I don't know. Uninformed. This whole place would be a nightmare if I just turned this, turned on survival mode instead of creative. The amount of creepers and spiders and endermen and zombie skeletons that would just spawn all underneath in these like dark gaps would be horrific. So let's do a hardcore play. Oh my gosh, I've never done a hardcore play of Minecraft. I mean, like, I think I turned the mode on a few times, but like, definitely not my forte. I would be up to do like an actual survival playthrough. Potentially with others, because I have my own server with a few select people on there. It's the only way you play. Ugh. So how has my server been, considering GST, you were on there? And it's not hardcore. Crafty, going to grab dinner. Keep up the great work on the castle. Thank you, Crafty. Have a nice dinner. Thanks for hanging out. Right now, I just want to leave that open. And so I am gonna actually kind of like break into this level and like build upstairs that go up to it. That'll curve up to it, so like go one way and then the other. But I sort of want to have like a very large, actually maybe I won't do that. And what I'll do is I will just have a really, really large like main building right over here built into this wall, and that kind of like overlaps this a little bit, potentially. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. That I'm going to plot out the next time because I definitely won't have enough time to work on that now. Main goal for today was to get like the majority of the outer walls kind of completed. I think what I'll end up doing is sort of like almost like a wooden parapet up here that kind of runs along the side for the walls that that don't really aren't really like low enough to the actual ground for you to actually be able to see over. And then I have to obviously finish this detailing on the rest of the castle. This building I obviously have to build in. So that's going to be interesting. And I don't know if I want the kind of like main residence building to be also in Deepslate. I think I might incorporate Deepslate Blackstone and like spruce. In fact, I'm going to be adding, you know, obviously I'm going to be working with wood and other materials when I start putting in buildings and stuff. But I think that I want spruce to sort of stand out, including for like tower roofs and stuff, so that it contrasts really nicely, but it's still dark. It's the overall vibe. Okay. And I might actually change up the stairs as well. These stairs are kind of more essential because this is kind of going up to the main part of the castle. It gets so dark so quickly. I should have taken this in. Redo that. Mr. G, hello, how are you? Ah! Better. I am good. Thank you for asking. Just working on my castle, which is coming along really nicely, I think. Considering I've done all of this in the matter of less than 3 hours, I think that's a lot of productivity because I normally get really distracted when I'm building anything, and you know, it goes up in smaller amounts over time, but happy with how this is coming out. I'm trying to remember when I did the very top of these walls, I had them gradiented and then there were the stone bricks on top. There. So I can add that even if I don't do the gradient right now. Or no, I had the deep slate bricks. Not that it necessarily matters if I'm I can't really see them, but actually, I just realized that this is too high. I'm trying to stay consistent here. It's difficult with all these different layers. Aha, that's happening. Oh. I'm almost thinking that I probably will end up having to lower the height of this, or potentially, at least, and maybe raise this wall right over here. And actually, I think I will... I was saying that I wasn't going to do this. That's a big castle you make white, you mouse? It is a pretty big castle. Yeah. So I'm thinking that I don't really want to take this up like another level. But at the same time I kind of do. I don't know. We'll leave this here for now. I'm really hoping I actually looked at the other side correct and didn't completely like miss this. Yeah, okay, I used the right one. I don't know what is going on, if it's the shaders or what. Gary and Grandma Go Hardcore. Next stream title. That sounds like I probably shouldn't make that my stream title. Like, just putting that out there. I don't know. I don't know about that one. But, hardcore mode Minecraft. I mean, I would be up for trying it. I'm super careful when I play survival mode anyway. So, I feel like I could probably make that work. I wasn't honestly gonna keep doing this right now, but, I'm totally doing it wrong. I feel like I have this wall that height, and I almost want to bring this part right here and then just have kind of like another higher level around here. I may play around with that next time. What happens is I start like building a certain way and then I don't remember how I did it, which is kind of why I want to finish this part before I end the stream today, because then like I won't have to worry about like forgetting literally everything. I feel like it's raining so much I don't get to actually see how pretty the castle is gonna look. No, better. So there's not so much sun glare away. The top part right now, because I haven't done the gradient on any of these, looks a little iffy, but again, a lot of that's gonna end up getting blocked. Gonna be towers, spires and stuff. I like the contrast with the regular stone bricks. I feel like so far this is coming up pretty good. And even I'm liking the different sort of layers in here. I think that looks pretty cool. Also, there's literally zero stutter even when flying around. Yeah, I think honestly the solution I found was I just found a really good shader pack that seems to be really well optimized, and it somehow it makes it easier on my CPU for me to stream and play Minecraft at the same time. I did like 7 test streams this week, and that is what I found. So far, so good. Obviously, I can't like load up the world while I'm on stream. Like, I mean, I could, but it, you know, it stutters quite a bit. Okay, Okay, so I had the center piece around here. I feel like I also want to break this like hill down a little bit because I don't like how high it is next to this wall. We'll see. Crafty, looking awesome. Thank you so much. I'm loving it. This is like so fun. And I also love just how the deep slate looks. Like I've never built with this, at least to this degree, so. Right. And I think what I'll end up doing, because obviously it's 6 o'clock, this is about when I was planning to end the stream, but I want to finish up this side at least. What I'm thinking of doing is kind of picking like one specific area of the castle to work on for the next Minecraft stream, just because I think that will make it a little bit easier so I'm not flying around in circles. This thing is obviously huge, so I need to, you know, take it on in small pieces. And some people were around earlier and I was talking about this, but so my next stream, hopefully, will be Stray, which is a new sort of like puzzle mystery adventure game of some sort. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm planning to play that on Tuesday. I'm hoping as long as the game itself actually releases on time. I think it's supposed to release I'm Eastern time, so somewhere around like 11 or 12, 11 a.m., 12 p.m. So if all goes well, I will be doing a Stray stream somewhere around that time in the early afternoon on Tuesday. And then I'll probably plan to play that on Thursday as well, and then come back to Minecraft on Sunday. My plan overall is to try to stream about 3 days a week. I'm trying to set up somewhat of a tentative schedule, but my schedule does change a bit. And so I've put that in the description for this stream, and I've also put that in my channel bio. I will obviously change that if I feel like this time isn't working out. Rogotter, is that the 19th? Yes, Tuesday is the 19th. It is supposedly launching at that time on the 19th, 11 a.m. Eastern, I think. I don't know why now that I'm looking at this, like this looks particularly different than the rest of this. Is it because I did something to make this look better, or I'm just looking at it weird? It's just me. But yeah, that's the 19th, so that's Tuesday. And so I'm planning to do Stray. I want to kind of alternate between Minecraft and Stray because Stray doesn't have a huge playtime. Like, it's an estimate of like 8 hours. So if I played that 2 streams in a row, I'm pretty much almost going to be done with it. So hopefully I'll kind of alternate Minecraft in here, or there. Assuming I like Stray, because I may also like not like the game. But yeah, so I think I'm going to leave this here for now. We have a bit of a castle built so far. There's a lot of work to still do. Obviously, I also want to build the second part of the castle over here, which is going to be probably something I do at the very end. And I'm going to just kind of leave this off here today. Thank you all so much for joining me and hanging out with me. I'm like totally thrilled to have people watching and sitting in here and chatting. If you haven't already hit the like button, please remember to do so, and subscribe if you haven't as well. Otherwise, I will see you all on Tuesday, and have a great night, everyone.